Warm your frozen boots by the fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last wing, the last quarter, although it's not really a quarter if it's the 5th quarter, is it? That makes it 1.25. Anyway, the Frostwyrm Lair is now open. It's time to take the battle to Kel'Thuzad himself. But of course, first, we'll have to face Sapphiron, the Frostwyrm, after whom the Frostwyrm is actually named. You'd think it'd be named after, you know, Kel'Thuzad or something. Anyway, here we go. Come on.
Come face me, interloper.
That's the plan. That was very frozen. Blink. Sapphiron.
My massive Frostwyrm awaits. Dress warm.
Right, Sapphiron. Now, if this guy... Oh, man. There used to be a statistic in World of Warcraft called resistance to different elements. And it was an achievement to kill Sapphiron with less than 100 frost resistance on everyone. This was generally one of the easy ones to get. The thing you had got to make sure of is that you didn't actually buff yourself with resistances back when that was the case. Of course, back in vanilla, it was a lot harder because Naxxramas was an endgame instance. And Sapphiron was ridiculously tough. Like, very tough. Not as tough as Kel'Thuzad, but pretty damn tough. And you could craft an entire set of frost-resistant gear. It's not really something you needed to bother with in Wrath of the Lich King when you faced Naxxramas then. But back then, it was really tough to go up against him without the frost-resistance gear set specifically. Alright, that seems kind of unfair. Everything would die if they aren't frozen. But that's sort of similar to how he worked, actually, because he had just standard dragon stuff. Don't stand for the tail swipe, you know, don't stand in front because of the breath, etc, etc. There's a cleave. And then, of course, a lot of frost damage was going on. One thing is when he took to the skies, which he did at certain intervals of the fight, he then threw like a frost bolt type thing, no, more of a frost bomb, towards everyone and like froze a certain amount of people. And then after that there was like a bigger frost bomb. I'm not sure of the exact terms here really. And then it was, you had to sort of line of sight it, so you were standing behind the frost tomb thing so that you wouldn't get destroyed, pretty much insta-killed by the frost bomb itself. This is a mechanic that was later reintroduced for Sindragosa, who also happens to be a Frostwyrm. It was an interesting fight. There was also an achievement for Naxxramas in Wrath of the Lich King that was called the Undying for 10 man and the Immortal for 25 men. That meant that throughout the entire wing, all of the wings, all the bosses, you couldn't die. You couldn't, if you lost anyone, you didn't gain this achievement. And there was always this one guy who died, either on Sapphiron or on Kel'Thuzad, because the insta-kill mechanics. There was the frost bomb for this guy, and for Kel'Thuzad there was the good old-fashioned void zone. Anyway, Sapphiron. So he's gonna kill a bunch of my minions, right? If they aren't frozen. Well, what do we do about that? I kind of like starting off with the priest just because I get to use his cool cards. But what if he doesn't have any cool cards? In that case, it's going to be kind of boring. So in that case, I'm going to just go with the standard mage deck. I have less minions than this one, so this will be he won't destroy as many. Let's start with the priest, and then judge based on that afterwards. Yeah, I may want to tweak my deck. Very true. Obviously, if you have a very anti-minion deck, not much point going up against Patchwork, etc. So, all right. Pet Missile Bligerus, that's a good idea. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Here we go. Here we go.
Anduin versus Sapphiron.
He made some noise. Okay, Heedless. It shall bring victory. Velen's nice. I'm not sure I want him in my starting hand. Although I might not get it if I don't put him. I might keep him there, but I'm going to drop the silence. The Shadow of Death could probably be useful. Oh, okay, well, let's hope we can deal with this. Hello? Oh my god!
Gnome. He used to be an interloper like yourself.
Haha, it's amazing. Remember what I said? Like, the ones nearby are like immune because they stand behind it to block him from the frost bomb. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. Now obviously this guy can't attack, so I'm just gonna sort of let it sit there. He's gonna do that every turn. So you basically can't have too many minions out at the same time, which is a decent idea, I guess. Okay. He's gonna roar every time.
The light shall burn you.
Naxxramas is
Ah, yes. This one we need to deal with, obviously, or it's gonna get more and stronger. And it's like, oh, silence! Nope! Because stealth. That's the thing about it. Usually, though, this thing just attacks. So, the AI generally hasn't been very smart with the Naxxramas yet. So, we'll kill it. I just need to make sure we keep the frozen champion alive, though. Alright, destroy my weapon? We don't. Yeah, see, there we go. We're just instantly. Oh, this. Oh, that was. Okay. I thought that was a Shadow Word Pain. Never mind. Never you mind. We can still deal with it, I'm pretty sure. Maybe we could mask the spell. That would get rid of it. Or we can just silence it because it's not stealth anymore. That is if we need to worry about that so much right now. Maybe we do. This one I don't care about. Yeah, I'm just going to silence it. It's down to a 2-2. We don't need to worry too much anymore. Soon we'll get some decent minions to start using.
Stop hiding behind that block of ice.
Sorry, it's of course kind of what I do. I don't think it's already to hurt now. We will be 5. We can Holy Nova, actually. That'll kill that one, get that one, blah, 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 blah. I'll save that one, I think. We want to kill these, of course. But obviously we don't have a lot of minions yet, because, well, that's the deck we've chosen. Maybe we can afford to... Well, let's just Mind Blast and heal. We can probably wait another turn, but that's 10 damage on the board, obviously. It's not amazing to just take that every turn. Oh, yeah, no, we were frozen as well. Oh, he froze it. See this thing, we don't necessarily want to silence that one, but we might have to just to get rid of that guy. Let's try this then. He should be immune to Frost Breath, because he's standing next to the Frozen Champion. So they're gonna have to throw themselves into the Stormwalker a little bit now, which I don't mind. See, it's okay. It's okay. Got this. Okay, now it's a little bit less good. Oh, here comes the damage to this one though. That bad. Ouch. Don't kill that one though. Alright. Okay, so things aren't going great, people. Well, we can get Velen out now, but I think it might be a little bit too late. We've got 8 damage on the board. I think we're screwed. So maybe this deck wasn't the greatest plan. I'm starting to think that might have been a bit of a mistake. Well, you live and you learn. Pure cold.
Execute plan. Freeze the blood in your veins.
That's a pretty good plan. 8 damage and freeze. Alright, well, that's fine. That's fine. So, we've learned. Not the best deck. Let's go for... We don't have a lot of... Let's go for the rogue deck. I think that might be okay.
Valera versus Saffron.
Alright.
What?
Decent starting hand. Drop the Eviscerate and hopefully get something better. Oh, another Demolisher. Okay, well, we have the weapon now. Obviously, the freezing thing's gonna stop, so we can't do much of that, but that's okay. It's okay. We don't need to worry too much. There's our one archer. At least she's protected, but we don't need to worry too much if she dies, though. So, could be a lot worse. We gotta remember this, though. Like, we can't have too many minions on the board at the same time, which is why I'm not running, like, the
Give it a shot.
the Murloc deck or anything.
Here we go.
Roar. As long as we keep this in mind, we should be good. Ah, the unstable ghoul. Well, this one is gonna die anyway,
Shot.
so I might as well do that. And then I start my turn, this one's gonna die. And then it's gonna deal 1 damage to every minion. Which is okay, because it has 4 health.
Naxxramas.
And that one's gonna take damage too, which is nice. Oh, what are you doing? With your one, are you gonna do Ice Lance? No, don't! We need this. Why did you freeze? He's still gonna do that's fine, I mean, I'm all good with that. 4 mana. Another Demolisher, perhaps? Sure, why not? Demolishers are cool. I kinda don't wanna... I mean, it's... Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. Demolish that thing.
Stop hiding behind that block of ice!
No thanks. There we go. Okay, where are you attacking him? That's one way to handle it. Okay, let's shift this guy then. We'll take a little bit of damage, but we should be okay. And we can in fact just combo him in the face for more damage. And attack. And Sinister Strike. Oh, I should have actually... Sinister Strike could have been useful for next turn. I think this works out a little bit better when you actually have minions and actually have things to kill them with. Oh man. Kill him! Kill him! Ah, he's down to 1. I love these Demolishers. They're just staying up there and being useful. It's excellent. We're just gonna just kill that one. Yeah, just kill that one. And leave the Demolishers up. These Demolishers are excellent. Yeah, let's just damage. Roar. Soon enough, these are gonna die. I'm pretty sure. Are you gonna freeze me? It's already frozen! Saffron, come on, man. I know you like the freeze freeze. But you can't freeze as a freeze in the frozen frass. Alright, so what do? Do we just throw away this guy? Or do we let the Demolishers do his work?
Here we go.
I mean, if we kill this guy, we can then pop in the... Actually, we're gonna do that. Just to get rid of it. But at least have still 1 Demolisher. I like it. Man, that just shows you the difference in decks. Have a deck that doesn't do anything, doesn't go so well. Have this deck. Okay, why aren't you... You should have probably frozen the champion. Maybe he's doing that to be fair, because if he knows if he kills my champion, well, I mean, it's pretty screwed. Backstab. And get a little bit of cards. I don't know, or 2 words about his cards.
Here we go.
Sadly, we don't quite have enough to kill him with the combo guy. Actually, we do. We do have enough to kill him. Stormpike. SI7. Goodbye.
I will be your death.
Alright, that was kind of easy this time around. But it's all about having the right deck, and we've learned that now.
I do not like you.
It's mutual, old buddy. It's mutual. Don't worry about it. Echoing Ooze! Oh man, we've seen the strength of this in the other challenges. Because we've either gone against it, or we've got to use it in the class challenges. I really like it. If you just put it out and get any sort of buffs, boom, suddenly have 2 really strong ones. I mean, even without any buffs, it's a 2-4 if you add up the things. You get 2 1-2s for 2. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. Alright. Frostwyrm done. It's...
This next fight will not be easy. I hear the boss is all powerful.
Okay. So,
Very handsome.
you damn right he's powerful. Powerful enough to kick me out of Battle.net. It's pretty impressive. I'm coming at you, Kel'Thuzad. Coming at you.